Hey, I'm Dylan, and I'm going to be helping SwingVision subscribers improve their game. At least 7 out of 10 of our serves, so prioritize this motion, making sure that he's not opening up his chest. I'm a tennis coach and content creator, and I post all across social media. If you want to know a little bit more about me, my name is Tennis with Dylan. In this episode, we're reviewing your serve submissions. Submission number 1 comes from Chad, and I'm going to be taking a look at his serve. So as I can see so far, Chad has a nice fluent action. As you can see, his body weight is transferring down inside the court. If I were to fast forward a little bit further, he has great variation on the serve. But one thing that I would like to see a little bit more in particular is focusing on having that shot direction. This will help you with the accuracy. And SwingVision is great with this because as you can see, it has a heat map of the direction perfectly allocated to where the player is serving. So currently you can see Chad is serving a lot of the serves T-body and wide, but there's no clear structure. What we're going to be focusing on is the direction of where he's serving. Because as you can see on that SwingVision app, the serves are quite scattered. We're going to start with 5 serves, working on wide serves, 5 down the body, and then 5 down the tee. Let me show you. Let's start with the 5 wide. Something that I want you to notice is where my body weight is transferring when serving. If I'm serving wide, I want my body weight to carry on that motion. Wide serve. And keeping my body weight aligned to where I'm serving. Likewise on the serve, when I'm aiming down the middle, my body weight will follow through. And finally, we're going to be serving tee. Submission number 2 is from Michael. Let's take a look at his serve. That's the first clip of Michael serving. Let's take a look at the second one. Okay, so firstly, there's 2 double faults in a row. So we're going to start with a consistency exercise. Our goal is to hit at least 7 out of 10 of our serves inside of the service box. One tip that I would love Michael to focus on is making sure that he's not opening up his chest too early to the court. When he's opening up his chest, therefore, his racket arm will be pulling downwards and reducing the consistency of the serve. So here, we're going to focus on keeping our chest hitting and facing towards that net post. As you can see, we're focusing on the control over our serves rather than rushing and trying to go for a power on our serve. When Michael's serving, I would recommend making sure that he has a little bit more fluency on that racket arm motion. You want to go with a nice 1, 2, 3 count. This is a nice flow to the racket serve. I would like you to remember, Michael, the count 1, 2, 3. This will help you with the fluency of your service motion. Listen now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, when I'm serving, I'm not trying to rush through the motion. I'm trying to go through nice, fluent racket motion. Our third and final submission is Rakesh. You can see that his racket arm motion and ball toss is quite fast and rushed. We can start this in a half serve position. What you'll notice is that when Rakesh is bringing his arm up and serving, his elbow comes above that 90 degree angle. Ideally, this is the optimal position what I want to see Rakesh starting in. So therefore, the first exercise that I would start off with is a hit and hold exercise. This is where Rakesh keeps his feet planted on the ground because as you can see in the video, after Rakesh is serving, his feet are moving and he's falling to the left or right or even forwards or back. It's really great of Rakesh being able to record his serve, so therefore he's able to get instant feedback when looking at his serve, and this will help him to improve long term. Firstly, I'd like you to start off in this half serve position because when you were serving, your elbow was coming above this 90 degree angle. So prioritize this motion when working on your half serve. We're going to practice a few serves, getting really comfortable just here. You can see that I'm aware of my elbow position before serving. Another thing that may help you is getting the awareness of when you bring your racket arm up, pause in this motion and just freeze for a second and just check that your elbow's in this position here. Because if we're rushing into our serve and our elbow goes really high, as you can see, my racket's already dropped behind my back. Over time, he's going to develop a nice flow with the racket arm. we're going to go through some figure of 8 racket flow motions and giving him that control over that racket arm. The next step, we're going to be working on that racket flow, trying to get up into that 90 degree position with your elbow and allowing your racket to flow all the way through before starting again. We're going to practice one with the racket flow and then one when you're hitting the ball. Smooth and relaxed, being very conscious of where your racket is moving before going into your full range of motion. One with the racket flow, figure of 8 on full serve. Notice how when my racket arm is coming up here, I want to prioritize this elbow position into my motion. Thank you guys for sending in your serves. I really enjoyed reviewing them. And with thanks to SwingVision, this not only helps me to level up my own coaching, but it also helps you guys to improve your own game as well. If you want a chance to be featured, submit your SwingVision session to the email below and make sure to check out SwingVision to learn more.